Paying for your car. I mean, you have to pay for your car, obviously, because it's theft otherwise. And if you want a nice, new, shiny one, unless you have won the lottery or you are a multimillionaire, you are probably going to have to finance it, aren't you? And that brings us on to this court ruling today. The UK's most senior judges in the Supreme Court are going to decide whether or not to uphold an earlier ruling, it was by the appeal court, I think, which found that commission paid to car dealerships were unlawful, because often it wasn't particularly clear how much. So if you're paying, say, I don't know, 30, 40 grand for a car, how much of that was being paid over in commission to whoever was doing the finance and the sort of cut of the pie, which is potentially unlawful. And around 9 in 10 new cars are bought on finance. I would imagine most cars, even second-hand, nearly new ones, are probably bought on some form of finance. And they reckon this could lead to billions of pounds having to be paid out in compensation. So this is a big ruling later on today. So is this going to affect you? Are you someone who buys your car on finance? How do you do it? 0800 121 8181. Let's speak to Scott Dixon, consumer and motoring disputes expert who runs the Complaints Resolver. Hello, Scott.
Hello, Elliot.
This could potentially be absolutely massive then, couldn't it, for consumers?
Yes, and this is nothing new. The Financial Conduct Authority began looking at this in May 2017 amid concerns about discretionary interest commissions. And that's what the focus is on. And essentially, sales staff could adjust interest rates on car loans, and the higher the interest rate, the more commission. And the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, they banned this in January 2021, citing it would save motorists an estimated £165 million a year. And their focus is on the discretionary commission arrangements. And this leads on to the Court of Appeal ruling. This was in October. So we're on to October last year. And they ruled that consumers were missold car financed and did not give fully informed consent. And this spans from April 2007 to January 2021 for all car finance.
So if someone's listening to this now and they bought a car in that period and they haven't come forward, they still could they?
Yeah, they can, because you've got a 3-year window from the time that you became aware of this. So this came to light about 2 years ago. And so what you need to do is contact your lender. Nobody ever needs to use a claims management company.
These are the ones that do it for you and then take a big cut of the money, don't they?
Yeah, it's easy to do it yourself, Elliot. All you need to do is contact your lender and ask them, give them the details of the finance agreement and say, were there any commissions in place on this finance agreement? And the focus is initially on discretionary commission arrangements. That's the focus of the Financial Conduct Authority. But this ruling, it's announced at 4:35 this afternoon, 5 minutes after the finance markets close. So it doesn't cause any disruption for those car
right, because potentially this is going to be such a big ruling.
Yeah, because this ruling covers all commissions. So it could literally open up the floodgates to billions of pounds worth of compensation. But it's likely that the FCA will announce a blanket redress scheme within 6 weeks of the ruling. And we're probably looking at a ballpark figure of £1,100 per car. But that's obviously, we just wait and see.
Wow! So all of the cars that were sold in between that period of time, if they were sold on finance, could be in line to get just over £1,000 compensation.
That's the figure that's being mooted at the moment.
That is a huge number then.
Yeah, and I wouldn't rely on the car lenders, the finance lenders contacting you, because you may have moved house, changed address, and they're not going to go out of their way to give you free money.
This is a little bit like the PPI mis-selling thing, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the next PPI. And I was trying to pitch this to personal finance journalists in August 2020, would you believe, in the middle of the COVID furlough scheme.
Yeah.
And nobody was interested, honestly.
Really?
I crunched the numbers and nobody was interested. And I saw it coming, because the Financial Conduct Authority flagged in their annual report in May 2017, they flagged concerns about the quality of the car finance market back then.
Do you know, I mentioned this to one of our guests previously. I bought a car about 5 years ago, and I got a loan from a bank in place. And when I went to buy the car, they would, because I had finance, they weren't remotely interested in customer service or any extras or anything like, there's the car, off you go. And I suspect it's because they weren't going to make any real money out of it.
Well, I know, and what I see time and time again is, on the lead up to the sale of the car, you get the caviar treatment.
Yeah.
But when things go wrong, you're just left high and dry. And car sales and complaints, they just go hand in glove, and it tops my inbox all the time. I don't know what it is about the industry when it comes to customer service, but it's sorely lacking.
Well, yeah, because they've got the money, haven't they? Once they've done the deal, particularly if there's no real money in the car, if it's all in the finance, if it's all kickback from the financial company, then it's all about selling it to you, isn't it? So of course they'll lay it on with the child beforehand.
Yeah, and there's no concept of customer loyalty. I mean, you can't tar them all with the same brush.
Of course not.
But essentially, what I see generally, customers are just seen as a one-hit wonder, just to rip off on various add-ons, commissions, and things that you don't need. And this leads on to the extended warranties, and it's what I call the great warranty myth. Nobody ever needs to buy an extended warranty, Elliot, because the Consumer Rights Act 2015 gives you a statutory implied warranty and better protection for free for up to 6 years in England and Wales and 5 years in Scotland. So whatever you buy has to be fit for purpose.
Has to be fit for purpose, isn't it? That's the line,
As described, satisfactory quality, last a reasonable length of time. And whilst our expectations may vary on a £2,000 car or a £40,000 car, the rules still remain the same.
Yeah, that's a really good point as well. Just very quickly before I let you go, so if someone thinks that they're in line for this, just go back to the person who did the finance for you, the finance company, yeah?
Yeah, contact the lender and ask the question, were there any commission arrangements in place? And yeah, you can do it all yourself. The Financial Ombudsman Service and the Financial Conduct Authority websites clearly lay it out. It's easy to do it yourself. Don't use a claims management company because they can take 30 to 40% of the money that you're owed for doing the same thing, essentially,
Yeah, just contact your lender. Scott, lovely to speak to you. Thank you very much. Top advice as always. Scott Dixon, consumer and motoring disputes expert from the Complaints Resolver. So, yeah, does that sound like you? Are you in for a payout, potentially? Let me know. How do you pay and how have you paid for your cars in the past? 0800 121 8181. Text 81333. Start your message with HW.